Dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this year's Business Forum, our annual networking event for business contacts of the Swiss Embassy and of alumni of different Swiss universities. My name is Dominique Vogler, I'm the Swiss ambassador, your host this evening, and I'm very pleased to see that we have so many alumni from a wide range of Swiss universities with us tonight. But now it is my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce our guest of honor and keynote speaker, Jean-Claude Biver. And it is now my honor to ask him to talk to us about Made in Switzerland, a recipe for success. Please, Jean-Claude.
I'm, of course, a big partner of Switzerland. I'm a big defender of Switzerland. I love Switzerland. I respect Switzerland. I admire Switzerland. And this is quite unusual for a Swiss. It's very unusual. At least it's unusual to declare it and to say it. Nevertheless, Switzerland in 2002, the people voted in Switzerland to stop expenses and to stop deficit of the state. So the population of Switzerland voted to say to the Swiss government, stop making debts. Yeah, but if you want me, government, to stop making debts, this has consequences for you guys. The roads will not be the same anymore. The infrastructure of the airports and the railway will not be the same anymore. The insurance will not be the same anymore. The hospitals will not be the same anymore. The culture will not be the same anymore. No, sir, we want you to stop whatever it cost us. That is Switzerland. Which country would have said that? None. At least not the French who are close to us. That is for sure. Now, because we made this decision in 2002, the debts of Switzerland are now 32% of the gross GDP, which is a lot, because it's nearly a third. But it is nothing compared to the rest of the world. And Switzerland reduces this 32% every year. Not by making a lot of money, but the government makes, nevertheless, when everything goes wrong, makes 4 billion profit. When things go right, they make 40 billion profit. And we all pay taxes. And I'm a proud rich man, and I'm proud to be rich because I pay 71.07% taxes on my incomes. When you pay 71.07% taxes on your income, you can be proud to be rich. Because you are helping the country. You are sharing. And the 21st century will be the century of sharing. If we are not able to share in the 21st century, the world will get destroyed. It's impossible to live today without sharing. You cannot let Africa die by AIDS and die because of no water, and we make profit by buying ananas, grapefruit, and bananas for nothing. It's impossible. The world has become one village, and you cannot survive if your neighbor is dying. We have to take care. We have to get in our profit and loss, we have to put a new line. And this new line means, what do I do socially? What do I do in the environment? What do I do for the climate? These are 3 lines we have to add in the profit or loss. And the future of this century is to share. And I have started to share. I came here to London just to share, to make this speech. I arrived at 5:30, I leave tomorrow at 6:30. That's it. And I came because I feel I have a mission. when you are 65 years old and you have been successful and you have made money, it's time to give back. Because when God gives you so much that I receive, so much, I cannot die before giving back. And I hope to live long so I can give back a lot. Now I know why I should live long, at least. Not for me to give back. Because when you die, you should be naked. Everything should have been given back. And if you die without giving back, your life will have no sense. Because life has a sense only with what you give back, with what you give before dying. Every woman knows that. Women are giving birth. By giving birth, they give the future. And we men, what can we do to give the future? Nothing. Nothing. That is why we are so weak. That is why women are so strong. That is why the woman is the most important person on life. That is why she is the strongest person. Because she gives life. She transfers. She helps generation to go on. And if women would stop giving birth, there is no civilization anymore. There will be no human being anymore. So we need women. We need to respect them. We need to put them on the highest level because she is on the highest level. This is Switzerland. We decided in 2002 to stop expenses. We decided that we would have a country where we would share. We would share democracy. Switzerland has the real, unique democracy in the world. The unique one. There is only one in Switzerland. The whole system is built in order to avoid frustration. If you are frustrated by your government, if you are frustrated by the political system in which you work, it's terrible. Then I wanted to say something about France, but I stopped doing this. There might be one or two French guys here. So we have the real democracy, whenever you have right or left. We don't have the joke of the Democrats and the Republicans that they do today. We don't have right and left. Why? Because we only govern all together. We have 7 people who are going to manage the country. And maybe 4 come from parties that are more on the right side, but 3 others are coming from the left. And when you have 3 and 4, of course it's a majority, but you still have 3. You must respect the 3. And this respect, this political structure, is part of the success of Switzerland. Another part of the success of Switzerland is that Switzerland decided 100 years ago that Switzerland was not existing. Some clever guy said, you know what? We have no country and we have no people. And the 10 people sitting there said, yes, we have no country and we have no people. But we need a nation. We need a territory. Where are we going to put it if we don't have? And the answer was, we are going to establish our territory on planet Earth. Planet Earth will be Switzerland. In every city, we're going to put a Swiss flag. In Rio de Janeiro, in Miami, in Vancouver, in Shanghai, in Moscow, all over the world, we're going to put Swiss flags. And how are we going to put Swiss flags? I tell you, they said, we can only put Swiss flags all over planet Earth if we have the best education system. If we have the best education system of all the countries, we are going to create a new generation that will be able to conquer all these territories, that will conquer the territories not with weapons, but with knowledge. And that's the birth of Swiss export concept. And Switzerland said, we can only survive through export because we have no country. We have no market. In those days, there were 2.5 million people. We have no market. We have nothing. So we need to export. And they have built the best education system. Yeah, what else do we need? You want to go to Rio and put your flag? Yes, sir. So what do I need? You need somebody who transports you. Who is the best vehicle for your brain? It's your body. The body connects every morning with your brain. Every morning you say to your body, get up, out, go, drink a coffee, bam, and the body executes. And it transports you wherever you want. So they said, if we want the best vehicle to transport the brain, we need the best medical system. And Switzerland has built the best hospitals, the best medical system. So you have the best vehicle to transport the best head. Is this enough? They said. Are we done, sir? They said, no. No. We need peace and freedom in order to conquer without weapon. How can we do that? We will declare the nation as neutral. No war. Never. We will refuse to kill anybody. With those 3 decisions, Switzerland was founded. And this is how Switzerland has become the nation with today 8 million people, but the nation that plays one of the 10 biggest roles in the world. For wealth, it's even number 1. For elevator, we have only chalet. You know, in Verbi and all that, we only have chalet. There's not one chalet with an elevator. And we have the highest building of Switzerland is 30 floors. But who is the leader in the world for elevator? Schindler, Swiss company. The shares are now at 131 euro, you can buy. No, 131 Swiss francs, sorry. You can buy. They have they're a huge future. We are leader in coffee. We have no bean. We are number 1 in coffee. We invented Nescafé. We have not invented the coffee, not the bean. We have invented to make coffee with a spoon and hot water. That is bright and so brilliant. It means you can become leader of coffee without having beans of coffee. And Nestle said, we are not yet leader enough. We have also to conquer the market of coffee, which is called espresso. And we must teach the world never to say espresso again, but to say Nespresso. And they have succeeded. Number 1 in the world. And who is the number 1 in the world for professional kitchen? Franke, Swiss. And McDonald's, they have only Franke kitchen. They could have American system. No, they buy Swiss because the Swiss are the best. This is how Switzerland has put the flag all over the world. Through the brain, through education, through the people who go and export. And to export, you must not only travel, it would be too easy. You must understand the people to whom you want to sell. And you must understand them in trying to speak their language, in trying to understand their culture. When big countries like France or America are exporting, they want to export what they like in their country and make a replica elsewhere. The Swiss never. They say we have to adapt to each country. This is the art of export. The art of export is to speak 6 languages. Have you seen many French who speak more than 1? The art of export is to go to the customer, to understand the customer, to speak the language of the customer, to understand his needs. That is typically Swiss. That is the Swiss model. This model can be adapted to every country. The success is about quality, is about innovation, is about security, is about organization. And whoever works one day with a Swiss bank, he will see what's the difference with another bank. When you work with a Swiss bank, you have an incredible security, you have an incredible quality of service, you have an incredible organization behind it. Everything is simple. And the government of Switzerland makes everything simple for entrepreneurs. It's so simple to hire somebody. It's so simple to build a company. Even Germany, which is close to Switzerland, which is one of the best countries in the world. In Germany, we tried to open a company. We said, it's so complicated. Because this and this and this and this. Switzerland, in 2 hours, your company is open. In 2 hours. So the whole structure of Switzerland is made to enable entrepreneurs to be entrepreneurs. And the best people to help entrepreneurs is the government, of course. The government puts the structure to encourage entrepreneurs, to help them, to finance startup. We have a huge, huge amount of the Americans. They need business angels. Because the government is bankrupt, so the government cannot help. So they need private people to help. In Switzerland, we also have sometimes business angels. Usually they come from America. They try to find, the good thing in Switzerland. But we have our own governments. We have our schools. In every school, you have an incubator, and in every school, we help our startups. So the whole system is built up to avoid frustrations, to educate people, to keep people in good health, and to help through the organization a nice share of wealth. And that is the success of Switzerland. It comes in addition, the Swiss character, because the Swiss are faithful. Don't ask me why, but the Swiss are faithful people. The Swiss you can trust. The Swiss guy, when he tells you something, you know it's true. It's how it is. The Swiss people like to work. The Swiss people are reliable. The Swiss people on Monday morning, they work. In many countries, Monday morning, they are sick. The Swiss people on Monday morning, they are at work. So, in addition comes the Swiss character. And the Swiss character, and that is something that is very particular, the Swiss are innovative. Swiss character are people full of innovation. There are tons of innovation that come from Switzerland. On the moon, they had Velcro. Velcro was invented in a small village in Switzerland. And the guy never made a lot of money because he had this innovation. And it's somebody from the watch industry who knew him in the village who said, can you give me this? I will make the watch for the astronauts with this material. And NASA said, hey, but that's a wonder. That's phenomenal. And then it was patented, and then it became Velcro. So the Swiss is unbelievably creative, innovative. And why is he so innovative? Because he is free. Freedom helps innovation. Because freedom gives vision. When you are free, you have hope. When you are free, you see the future. When you are free, you can be optimistic. And all this helps creativity to come out of your brain. The Swiss also, because they said we don't exist, they knew they would need people. As there are no Swiss, where are we going to take the Swiss if there are no Swiss? let people come in the country. And Switzerland was the first country who organized systematically the inflow of people. We brought first some people from Italy because they were neighbors. Then we brought people from Portugal. And today, 40% of the Swiss come from a foreign country, although they have, like me, a Swiss passport. It means we know how to integrate. When we bring people in, we must take care of them. We must give them education. We must give them a job. We must give them a house. And that Switzerland achieved. The Swiss model can be repeated to any country. It's just a political wish. And Switzerland has the luck to have the heritage of this political system. The only problem, we start to get influenced by the European community. We are so close to France. We are very close also to Germany. So from time to time, I feel we are not enough patriotic. We don't defend enough our values. And we are not proud enough about our values. But I am proud about Switzerland, and I know Switzerland will recover. I will stop my speech. Yeah, excellent. It was 35 minutes. This is Swiss accuracy.
Are you sure that your watch is working correctly? I mean, you said 35 minutes. To me, it's in 10 minutes. Really. This was so fascinating, full of humor, energy. Thank you very much indeed. And now I invite you all to a glass of Swiss wine and Mosimann's canapé. Thank you very much.